quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old.
Look at you, Mr. DJ. Welcome back, everyone, to the Lionstone podcast. I am your host, Patrick, and today, again, I am joined by Matthew.
Welcome back, Matthew.
Welcome back, Matthew. Welcome back. It's only been...
Did you get that? How cool was that DJ slide?
Yeah, that was pretty good. Even though I faded out automatically.
1 sec, I'm just getting a call from Rebs. And they come spin some tracks on Sunday morning.
Oh, that's good. Oh, fuck. Righto. So, today, we don't really have a particular topic in mind. So,
Nah, we've got something in mind.
Oh, do we?
Yeah,
Okay.
brain go bing bong.
Because I was looking at...
I just remember something I want to talk about.
Oh, you do?
Have you seen Hogwarts Legacy?
No. Oh, the game. Yeah.
Have
I
you
played
seen what?
No.
No, it's not out yet.
No.
Man, it looks legit.
Yeah?
You can kill people.
I never liked Harry Potter.
Yeah, I know, but I think you're going to like this because you can straight up fucking murder people. You're allowed to use the banned curses where you can like murder people in the fucking hallway and shit. I'm
Maybe
putting
I'll play
people
it.
on permanent vacation.
Maybe I'll be playing it. That sounds pretty
I
good.
can't wait to get it. It comes out. I don't have any in the new gen consoles, but it's on Switch. So I'm like, yeah.
I'm surprised it can
Just
run
click
on
down.
Switch. But
I know.
I was looking at analytics the other day for both the YouTube and the audio version of the podcast, and the episodes that we have a specific topic, somehow the ones where we just talk shit perform just as well. It's like, I was like, wow, I was expecting these to perform really, really badly, but it's like maybe like 10 listeners less. It's like comparative to almost identical.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what the listen through rate of us shit talking versus the other ones are.
I don't know on the audio version, but I can look at the video version, but people seem to listen to this more. But like Lambs to Lions, people seem to watch it more.
Interesting. Anyway, Hogwarts, like, nah. So today we actually were about to have a conversation before we started the podcast. We're like, oh, we'll save it. Because you said something pretty interesting is that yesterday was the first day that you've had food like dialed in. So talk to me about that. What do you mean by dialed in?
So Mason coaches me now because I switched over to Mason because Reese and I, we spend 8 hours a day together. So, yeah, pretty much 5 days a week. And then on the weekends, we'll see each other to train. And it gets to a point where when you've been friends for someone for 6-7 years, and it's probably been about that now. Yeah, I was 18 when I first started The Good Life. I turned 25. So, yeah, probably about 6 years, yeah, give or take. And he's coached me for the better half of like 5.5, 6 years of that. So after a while, if it's like you can have a coaching relationship with someone for 6 years, but when you become like fucking their second partner, like you're pretty much there. You're written into the will.
When you can tell him what color underwear he's Reese, the same ones as yesterday. That's where Reese is actually today. He's not on the pod. He's out shopping for new underwear.
Johnny Biggs. Johnny Biggs underwear.
Oh no, Johnny Big Boys.
Yeah, well, the fact that I have a bunch of his clothes and his hoodies, and
Man, you can walk downstairs and find his entire wardrobe.
yeah, I use those. Well, they're gone now, but I used to use them as hand towels when we come out of the bathroom because we don't have hand towels.
Well, there was a shirt in the dumpster the other day.
Yeah, that was mine because I've been sitting up here after I'd done cardio however long ago.
No wonder it was like hard as a board.
Yeah, and I was like, I can get rid of that. I can just go straight in the bin. But yeah, so Mason coaches me now because obviously Mason and I are friends, but he lives in Queensland and we don't have the same relationship I have with Reese. So whenever I fuck up, I said to him, treat me as like you would treat any other client. If I fuck up, rail me for it. So I...
Interesting.
Not actually rail me, Mason, please don't. So
Can you put the... you know the one.
Yeah, I know the one. Yeah.
We need to program that into one of the buttons.
Yeah. And he got the sound effects.
Just out of nowhere. Boom. Don't tell Reese.
But yeah, so with Mason, he's set me up for new cows. So it's the first time I've actually had some kind of motivation to train again. Most of the time I was like, oh, I'll do it this time and I'll just stick to it. But yeah, I'm actually keen on being consistent and getting up and doing things and making sure that food is pretty much dialed in. These first 2 weeks we're starting on higher calories, and let me tell you, going from 200 grams of carbs a day to 380 in the slitch of a day is surprisingly difficult.
Yes, it's not easy.
I was like, oh, this would be pissed. 3,000 calories, I can handle that. And then like the carb split is like, it's like 380. So I went and bought a bunch of like cyclic and stuff to make sure that I can actually just drink
a bunch. Get Powerade powder or something.
It doesn't spike insulin.
Yeah.
So it's better for like intra-training stuff.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There you go. It's also triple the price. So it's like the Staminade stuff, the Gatorade powder is like $10 a tub, and this was like $55. and it's
okay.
I don't know why it mixes so weird, but like Gatorade mixes into like regular water and it just stays the same consistency. But with like cyclic dextrin, the one I got, it's like it makes it almost not milky, but the water tastes a little bit thicker. I'll mix it after this, and you can try.
Are you trying to like say it's a good thing, or is it?
Nah, it's not a bad thing. Like, because the flavor of it is like orange crush or whatever.
Yeah, like Sunkissed.
Yeah, so it tastes alright. It's just a weird. It's like a milk consistency.
Ew.
Yeah, it's strange.
It's not Reese's ears freaked out.
Milk.
If you don't know, Reese loves milk.
But yeah,
It's the kind of bloke who gets a pizza and a milk.
and a milk. Yeah, fish and chips and fucking milk. That's
It's so dry.
I don't know when it was. I think when we were doing some stuff like very, very early on when I first started at Lionstone, back when he lived at his parents' house.
Yeah.
We're up in his office, so the spare bedroom, which was his office, and we were in there like planning stuff out, spent ages like writing in a whiteboard, and we're like, cool, big day's work, let's get some fish and chips. So we ordered fish and chips in, and he went and fucking got milk, and like this huge 2-liter milk, and he's chugging the milk and eating the fish and chips. So I don't know why he fucking does
Cuts
it.
through the grease.
Oh, it's so foul.
So you're consistent on your diet?
Oh, it's to be fair, it's been a day. But you saw I bought the meal prep bag with me.
Yeah, that's a big fucking bag. That's a suitcase meal prep.
Yeah, I
What-
bought that years ago.
What have you got in there? You used it for the first time today?
Yeah, I bought it at the Fit Expo like 2017 or something. But in there, I've got one of my meals. I've got my pre-workout stuff, my pre-workout food, which I had in the car on the way here. Little life hack for you, by the way. I found out today that, you know, like the rice thins, like the corn thins,
Yeah.
how people put like jam on them pre-workout. It's just
Yeah.
easy carbs.
Bit of salt.
Yeah. Do you know if you bite into them, they just break everywhere?
Yeah.
Make them messy.
Mm.
Leave them overnight. They go a little bit firmer and they don't break. They don't break into a million pieces.
Yeah, but they're stale.
Yeah, they taste the
You
same.
could
but-
just put peanut butter on them and it keeps it all stuck together.
Yeah. Nah, fuck you. Fuck you. That's rubbish.
I
My life
used to,
hack's
if
better.
I was prepping those, I would pre-break them and have them as chippies.
That's a good idea. Well, I had them as jam sandwiches, like one on top of the other.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yum. Do you have butter with jam?
Well, if I could on a toast, yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking love
If
butter
I could
and
fit
jam.
it, but at the moment, well, fats are super, super high, and I was like, fuck, what can I have for fats? Trying to hit 85 grams of fats is difficult.
Wasn't it 75?
75. 75. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Mason, go and get you.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I fixed it to 75, but I was like eating so many cashews.
Oh, really?
And just chomping on cashews. I was like, last night I had rice, chicken, veggies, and I was like, fuck, I need 25 more grams of fat. I could just go get the cashews.
10 cashews.
And I'm just putting cashews in there and I'm just chomping on cashews. And Mason looks at my chronometer and he's like, do you have any vegetables?
What's that?
And I'm like, yeah, I just don't track them. And he's like, oh, okay, sounds good.
Bullshit.
No. I sent him a photo last night. I sent him a photo, like, here's proof. And it was 300 grams of veg just stuffed into a container.
Why? That was right. No, not why, but it was also right.
Right. I should split it up, but I don't know. Having big veggie meals before I train,
Fucking hate vegetables.
that's why you have your athletic greens.
Athletic
This
Greens,
episode brought to you
sponsored by Athletic Greens. Use code Matt Limestone at the checkout for 10% off. That actually won't get you any money
No,
off.
we're not actually affiliated with Athletic Greens, but if they would like to be affiliated with us,
DM us.
feel free to reach out and let us know.
Yeah, we'll definitely consider the offer.
Yeah.
I had my Athletic Greens this morning, ran out of blueberries, so it was banana, peanut butter, and
So they're flavored, are they?
no. I make a smoothie out of them
Oh,
because they
right.
taste like dicks.
That's Matt's opinion, not the opinion of the Lionstone podcast, please.
You haven't even tried them. It's funny, like the compliance and all that kind of stuff. I could get into this mindset where like a little bit of willpower goes a very long way with me. So like I've been pretty consistent since I got back from Gold Coast.
Yep.
Like I'll still enjoy going out and I just try and bank calories, and if I don't, I just whatever, get back on the bandwagon. But that little bit of willpower, it goes such a long way with me, because for me, my biggest issue is chalky treats.
Yeah.
I love a little chalky treat. And if I go to the shop, I will like you know how like at every register checkout there's chocolates? I'm the reason for that.
Yeah, it's like
$1 boost.
yeah,
It's so good I cannot say no.
irresistible offer.
Exactly.
Yeah, like we've spoken to Alex Hormozy and that Matty guy.
Safeway has done fucking Alex Hormozy special. They made me an offer I cannot say no to. You know?
Did you know 7-Elevens and most super servos don't make most of their money off petrol?
No, they probably make it off all
It's
the
all
yummy
the
yum
shit
yums.
inside. I used to train a guy that owned a 7-Eleven, and I asked him, like, how much do you make off the petrol? And he's like, in comparison, it's nothing to what we make off all the fucking boosts and the Slurpees. Because, like, you can sell a coffee for $1. There's going to be profit on that, right?
Yeah.
So they must make it for 10
so
cents.
I've thought about the coffee for them, for 7-Eleven quite a fair bit. The coffee is to get people in to buy petrol there, right? So you pick up petrol in the morning, or you get all the tradies in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever go to a 7-Eleven in the morning between like 6:30 and 7:30,
pies are going out the
just
window.
people everywhere. But then you see, oh, there's pies. Oh, there's this. Oh, there's that. And it's that $1, that the cost per lead, customer coming in is $1. Everything else you bring on top of that is like profit. You don't have to spend money to get people in. The $1 coffee is the irresistible offer. $1 coffee is the irresistible offer that then, if they buy anything, average spend goes up. Anyway, this isn't lambs to lions.
It's
but
interesting.
It is interesting. That's how they get you. But yeah, for me, that little bit of willpower goes a long way. So like yesterday, and I battle with it every day, but it gets a little bit easier, and I get like this stronger hold over my impulse. Yeah. And it's like I had a gap between meetings, and I went up to Woolies, and I was like, wouldn't mind jockey trade. So I went to the chocolate aisle, and I literally just stood there, and I was like, kombucha and blueberries. Yeah. I was like, nah, I'm going to swap this out. And that was only because like a couple of days before I'd made a similar choice. I was like, I'm going to go with kombucha and blueberries. Yeah. And that for me, even though it's probably roughly calorie wise, kombucha is no calories, more like 2 calories, whatever. The SCOBY eats a bit of food inside you, so it adds a deficit. Doesn't actually, that's not scientific. But a punnet of blueberries is like what, 200 calories? Probably, yeah. And like a chocolate is anywhere between 300 to 500 calories. And for me, that's just a better choice. I was like, win. Yeah. But then taking that into the rest of the day, I was like, cool, I'm not going to have anything else. I'm going to stick to exactly what I ate. This morning, I woke up, I'm like, cool, I'm going to stick to exactly what I eat. And then she's good to go. And I won yesterday. So why would I fuck that up and lose today? Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's like, this will come out probably next week. So people will listen to an episode with Rick about like routine and stuff. But I think routine and momentum with dieting is everything. Like you can, the ability to like, I have at the moment, like I have, because like, again, motivation is so high, motivation will eventually start to dwindle. And that's where you kick in with like discipline and routine and habit and stuff like that. But at the moment I have no desire to eat anything shit off plan. Absolutely none. Like you could put McDonald's in front of me and I wouldn't eat it. I would. Well, there we go. There's the difference. Because like last night, Brie went and got grilled, and I'm a sucker for a Simply Grilled and their large fries and their garlic aioli. Have you tried their HFC, healthy fried chicken? Yeah, I don't like it that much. Oh, I liked it. No, don't rate it. But you could like last night. She's like, "Do you want some?" I'm like, "No." I don't have any interest in it because now like this is the goal. 16 weeks. This is what I'm sticking to. Big like, Daddy Mason will be mad. That's it. Like, there will be some point in this 16 weeks where I'll be like, okay, cool, I'm going to have this food and it's not going to be on plan. I know it's going to happen, but the motivation now and the momentum just needs to keep spiraling for 1 week or 1 day. And then it's the second day. It's just 1 day at a time. Yeah. That's all it is. And like, we were meant to do a photo shoot 5 days ago, I believe. Thank God, because I wasn't in shape for it. And this is the thing, right? You set a target that you want to be in shape by, and we all got told this 12 weeks ago? That way longer, maybe even 15 weeks ago. That we were going to have another photo shoot, and none of us stuck to it. Not really, no. One, it was over Christmas. It's always hard to diet over Christmas, but not an excuse. But we should be able to calorie bank. But I think because it sets the goal so far away, that end goal needs to be very, very, very important for you to actually put in the steps now. Yeah. Because the short-term sacrifices, you don't see the long-term benefit for 16 weeks, right? So people who are doing a show, people who are getting married, people who are going on a round-the-world holiday starting off in Greece, that's a really big thing. But like a photo shoot for us, team photo shoot for headshots and stuff like that is not really, isn't huge. Yeah, I get you. But what you've done now is you've done it. Why are you getting in shape now? We spoke about it on the previous episode. I was just like, I'm being fucking lazy with it. Yeah, cool. So you're doing it for you. Yeah. You're like, okay, well, now I can focus on getting 1 win a day, not, I need to hit this grandiose target. It's like, I just need to get 1 win today. I just need to say no to Uber Eats once. And then with that, You just take the momentum every single day into every day.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, I need to be in shape by this time, which leaves you no room for error.
Well, what happens
like
there is it's a mentality thing of where like I need to be in shape by this amount of time, but I can do it in this time, so I can just start next week.
Exactly.
Or I fucked up. It's like I can just start next week.
I could hard cut in 6 weeks.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're 2 weeks out and you look the fucking same.
And you're like, uh-oh.
Well,
I didn't make it already, so may as well just keep eating.
Exactly. That's the problem. So something else I was going to add there. I forgot what it was, though. Clearly it wasn't that important because I've forgotten. But yeah, I had something there, but I don't know where it's gone. Fuck, what was it?
Anyway.
No, it was going to be a really good point, too.
Okay. Well, I'll just fumble.
You ramble. You hold on.
So I got a coffee from the general store across... We shouldn't say that. Where the
gym is.
Yeah. Cut that.
It's across the road, but which direction? There's a lot of factories you got to sift through to find us.
I got a coffee from a local place in Altona North.
Yeah. I'm not cutting it out, by the way.
Okay, whatever. I got a coffee, and it is the best coffee.
Yeah, Fraser's a nice guy.
That I've had. Fraser, is that his name? Mm. Runs this cafe in a factory complex. Anyway, just the best fucking coffee I've had in Altona / Williams.
Yeah, it's good.
And also just like legendary dude. Doesn't charge out the nose, like
it's good.
And
coffee.
it was fantastic. Yesterday, before I came here, I went and got a coffee and like sat there and did some work. What a vibe!
Yeah,
that dude's immaculate.
Yeah.
He beat me on. Oh, do I have a monster or a coffee?
Yeah.
And he definitely won.
Yeah.
Because I knew like he's nice. I'd rather support local, and I got a fucking yummy coffee and no monster today.
Yeah, no, he's a nice dude.
Do you remember what you were going to say now?
Not at all, but that's all right. Let's go down that road of coffee for some reason. Dude, I've got no idea what it was. But it was going to be a really fucking good point. It would have been a fucking terrific clip because I know it would have been, but I've forgotten what I was going to say.
Compliance in itself is willpower.
Mm-hmm.
Willpower is, quote unquote, a muscle. It's something that gets stronger every time you work it. And if you increase your ability to say no to bigger things, think of it like progressive overload, you get better and stronger at it. And there's this point in time where the momentum shifts in your favor, not your impulse's favor.
Yeah.
So when you've stuck to a diet for 6 weeks and it's like a quote unquote diet, you're tracking your calories, whatever, you're in a deficit and you've got a hold on it, it becomes very easy to say no to everything else.
Yeah.
So like the first 2 weeks of being on a diet, if you're doing it by yourself, is usually the hardest because you're like, oh, there's no accountability to anyone but myself, blah, 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 blah. But when you start with a coach, like you've just done, it takes away the hard part for the first couple of weeks. It's like, okay, I know exactly what I need to eat. Usually with us, it's a maintenance or gentle surplus to see where you're at metabolically. And then it comes down, right? So most people lose fucking weight in the first 2 weeks anyway.
Yeah.
So like that that process where it's normally harder by yourself, a coach comes in like they have with you. Sorry, fuck, I can't speak for shit. Takes away the hard part and then lets you just focus on eating. Right? And then when you're 6, 12, 18 months, well, 18 weeks into it, you're like, oh shit, now I can say no to things. And what once felt like this massive, like, oh, I really want Uber Eats, is now a blip in the thought process, and you just make the decision to do what you've done because you've done it so much.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's, for me, when I feel that tide shift, I feel really fucking powerful. I'm like, yeah, cool, this is exactly what needs to happen. But it is so easy to fall back the other way. Like for me, I've always struggled with the impulse control, and just those little wins is all it takes in building up that muscle. Willpower is a muscle. Willpower is a muscle. Just saying no to little things, even creating situations to say no to something, like being prepared for it.
Yeah.
Like if I need to go food shopping, be like, okay, I know I'm gonna walk myself down the chocolate aisle, and I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
It's a forced situation. It's fabricated, but I'm still building the habit of saying no. Sometimes it backfires.
Yeah, but that's a very good point. I remember what I was going to say.
Let's go.
Now that I remember, it's not that great of an idea, but whatever. We're gonna roll with it. So you mentioned there Uber Eats. That's what sparked it again. What I'm going to do over these next 16 weeks is I'm going to add up how much money I did not spend on Uber Eats. I'm going to see how much money I saved in that time. Because, dude, when I when I went off Uber Eats for like 2 weeks, so like this is a couple of weeks ago, when I was like pretty solid with everything pretty solid with everything, and then I just fucking fucked it. But it is what it is. I reckon I saved like $200-300. Uber Eats is expensive.
Shit.
Yeah, dude. Because remember, when I order, most people order for one. I'm ordering for fucking two.
And Brie, or you, just two.
Okay, then it would be three.
Fucking hell.
Dude, because I can eat.
Yeah.
So like, I had my last big fuck it meal.
Yeah.
Told Mason like, weight's gonna be off tomorrow because I'm eating everything, dude.
I'm doing the kitchen sink method.
That's it. So I like ordered a large pizza. I ordered garlic bread. Ordered Brie a pizza, and then I bought a tub of Ben and Jerry's. That's like $60.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, it's not even that
Also,
much food.
how is Brie still the size she is when she's around you?
Remember, she only like her diet consists of like a Red Bull,
Iced coffee.
and then maybe a fucking sushi at lunch or something.
Health
like
is
that.
wealth, motherfucker. Health is wealth.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brie. I'm not calling you. You're a nice person.
She'll listen to this one too. She'll listen to all of them.
Ah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah.
Hi, Brie.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Oh, naughty. Naughty. That's naughty. That's proper naughty.
Oh, she won't watch it. She'll listen to it, so she won't see me do that. But that's all right.
He gave you the finger.
I gave you the finger. But yeah, I'll
Can I share something about that Uber Eats
Go for it.
story? I have a friend. I don't know if he listens to the podcast. Good friend. And he has been on his own journey himself. I didn't coach him. He did this all by himself.
Yeah.
He was over 130 kilos, I believe. And now he's down to like 75.
Yeah, it's great.
And that's within 12 months. Insane. Anyway, he used to spend, I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this, over $250 on Uber Eats a week. Like sometimes above 300. That's like him and his partner. They would eat it. They would both get it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how much that is per year?
Do the math. Well, it's like 15 grand.
Don't
right?
speak English, only do the math.
300 times
300 times 52.
about 15 grand.
$15,600.
Yeah.
You could buy.
That's what I pay in rent.
Fuck me. That's like rent at a gym too.
Yeah, it
like
is.
If you,
Yeah.
I'm like on Instagram.
That's a lot of money on Uber Eats. I added up that we spend about $5 grand a year on coffee between Brie and I.
Don't do that math.
No, like that's the thing. I'm trying to cut back on massive amounts of caffeine intake and only use it when I need it. So like pre-training stuff,
Pre-podcast, pre-training.
Well, I'm training right after this, to be fair. But I don't necessarily need caffeine in the morning. I think it's become a habit where I've like, okay, cool. I assume it releases dopamine, right?
Caffeine in itself. I'm not sure.
Is it like the act of having coffee in the morning?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some sensory pleasure of having coffee in the morning.
There's definitely sensory pleasures. I'm not going to lie. It feels good. It tastes nice.
Yeah.
That gives you dopamine.
I don't know if don't listen to me if that doesn't actually release
Norepinephrine.
Norepinephrine.
I've heard a human say that.
Oh yeah, big words. But yeah, I think there's definitely the habit enforced of like get up, go to the coffee shop, buy coffee, drink it, feel productive.
It's your morning routine. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a fucking expensive morning routine when you.
How much is a coffee?
Well, between the two of us, it's $11. So $5 each. Do that over the course of a week.
$77.
Yeah. Yeah. It adds up.
Did you like that quick math?
It was good. It was really good. 7 times 11.
11 times tables are easy.
Yeah, it's good.
Glad the number was 11.
But I think like I could just go buy like the Starbucks instant brew stuff, which is
I have a coffee machine.
Yeah, I have that, but
Which one do you have? Do you have a pod machine?
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. You need a coffee machine.
Yeah, I don't know how to use it. I'll buy one eventually.
It's very easy.
That'll be a long-term investment.
I don't make hot coffee. I just make cold coffees.
Ah.
I make iced coffee.
Because that's what I'm trying to figure out how to make it.
No. You just
How much do you spend on it?
tamp it. What do you mean?
How much did it cost?
Got it from Costco.
Okay.
So it was like $450, I think. It's expensive,
Yeah, but it's a once-off purchase.
but it's a once-off purchase. And if you use it, which we do, Emily and I make us a coffee every morning. It saves us a coffee. So how long? I think
$450 divided by 11.
I think it was $450. It might have been $250.
I'm sure there are cheaper ones too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it would take us 40 weeks to make our money, like break even on it, saving the money on coffee. So about just under a year, which is not terrible. But I'd rather just buy the instant coffee, put it in a cup, and drink it if I need it.
Yeah, but it just tastes like bum.
No, the Starbucks one. I drink black coffee anyway.
Yeah, okay, me too.
I have
do
ice
for the most part.
almond lattes, but
Ice almond lattes are yummy.
yeah, I like black coffee though.
Yeah, me too.
So
anything with caramel or vanilla.
yeah, sugar-free vanilla syrup from Starbucks.
Can I get 5 pumps of sugar-free vanilla syrup in an Americano? just take off the lid and pour it in, please.
Yeah, that stuff fucks me.
If you don't know that you have sugar-free, if they don't abuse sugar-free syrups because your gut health are just going.
Yeah, see you later. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But I think it's trying to kick that caffeine habit, like just from like a cost perspective and saving money. I'm being like a real tight ass.
Yeah, I noticed there was no Monsters here today.
Well, I already have coffee, and yesterday I went
literally on Rick's podcast. You came in with a coffee and a Monster.
He bought me the coffee.
You still drank it.
That's true. Yeah, well, I wasn't gonna say no to it. I asked for it. But yeah, I'm gonna save money. I'm going to fucking cut back on caffeine.
Give your adrenals a relax as well.
I just give everything a relax. Give my fucking good old heart a relax too. My anxiety levels, they can come down a little bit.
Heart go.
Yeah. So I'm going to cut back on caffeine intake and only start to utilize caffeine when I actually need it. But yeah, like pushing.
Sounds lame. Don't want to. Yeah, I'm a caffeine fiend. I'm a caffeined.
Yeah, I really like coffee. That's the thing.
That's the problem. I love it. I love it a lot. But that's not something I want to exercise willpower.
Yeah, that's true.
I can quit whenever I want. I
Then,
can't.
No. Like focus on sleep. I've been reading before bed too.
Oh, yeah. What have you been reading?
Lord of the Rings.
Right. Are we going down that rabbit hole?
Yeah, we can go down that rabbit hole a little bit.
I love those books.
I never read them before.
They're long.
Yeah, they are. I've watched the movies all probably like 10 times each.
Yep. The extended edition?
Yeah, I love them. I was like, Brie, I'm like, can we watch one? She's like, no, it's going to take fucking 3.5 hours. And I'm like,
oh, speaking of 3.5 hours,
yeah.
I went and saw this film with Emily on Saturday night. Babylon? Have you heard of it?
I've seen the posters for it.
Didn't realise it was a 3-hour banger.
What's it about?
Fucking, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
It was so kooky. It was about the film industry in like the 30s.
Right, okay.
And like Margot Robbie was in it, so I wasn't mad. Like I think she's fantastic. But we started watching the film and we're like, when the fuck is this going to end? Just kept going. The intro sequence, like before they even showed the Babylon, was like 45 minutes.
Yeah. Who directed it?
Someone Emily knew and was like, yep, makes sense. He's a fucking crazy person.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, all right, whatever. The only film producers I know are Scorsese.
What about Quentin Tarantino?
And Tarantino. I couldn't remember his name.
All his movies are long too, but they're all very, very good.
Yeah, this was weird. This reminded me of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like,
that's the one where about like Charles Manson's people. Once upon a time.
Sure, I don't even remember.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt.
Yes, Brad Pitt was in this.
Where she's like, where at the end he hits her in the face with the flamethrower or whatever it is.
Something like that.
Yeah. That was. I was not expecting that. I went on a date to watch that movie. This is ages ago, and I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh, this is probably not a very good date movie.
Oh shit. So, what were we talking?
We've done it again.
Gonna murder us.
Willpower.
And so caffeine is an interesting one because it's so built into our culture, but people forget it's a drug.
Yeah,
it is a drug. It's a fun one, but it's a drug, and you need to moderate the intake of it, or else you will become addicted to it. I used to be a lot worse. I used to be a lot worse. But this is what I was going to say. Pepsi Max, right? 50 mg of caffeine. So like under a normal coffee shot. Coffee shot's about 70 to 80.
Yeah.
But I was having a lot of them.
Me too. Yeah.
So I was drinking like, I want to say 5 Pepsi Maxes a day. From midday, because I had an issue with drinking Pepsi Max before 12.
God, I gotta have a Pepsi Max for fucking cereal in the morning.
I know people who do it. For some reason, Monster is fine any time of day.
Yeah.
But after 3 o'clock a Monster, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
But I would pump Peppies. So I was finding that when I would wake up in the morning, like the morning after, my eyes would really hurt and I'd be super dehydrated and like my eyes were sunk in, like I was really tired.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck could it be? Anyway, I cut out the Pepsis. I wake up and I'm like, bing.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
I was like, fuck, it's the Pepsis. I like that habit.
Yeah.
So like looking at it as a whole, I would have like a coffee in the morning. I'd have a Monster if I was doing the podcast. Then if I trained in the evening, I have half a scoop of pre-workout. Yep. So I do half a scoop because I'm a bit soft. Don't want to have bing bongs going, my brain going what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But I would come home and I'd have like 2 or 3 Pepsi Maxes. And I'm like,
Probably
okay.
makes up that difference. That
So
half scoop.
you're at 500 to 700
Yeah, fuck.
milligingers of caffeine. And no wonder I was waking up like Brian from the cigarette packets.
Because some people like I'm not this bad with caffeine where I can wake up and not have coffee and it not be the end of the world.
Yes, but until the headaches.
Well, I don't get them. That's the thing.
You fucker.
I don't get them. But some people need need caffeine to function in the morning. I think that's where it becomes a bit of a problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
Like I feel better when I've had caffeine, but I can get up and not have a coffee or a Monster and just roll into work and be like, okay.
I can do that as well.
I don't like it, but
Yeah,
sometimes I do.
it's a slower morning. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, nothing.
I gauge my caffeine intake on a lecturer at uni that I used to have, right? Because I say uni, but it was TAFE. Before I made it to uni.
You dummy.
Before I made it to uni, right? The TAFE used to be across the
So
train
stick
line.
the fucking crowns up your nose.
One goes in, one comes out. One goes in, one
I'm just
goes
kidding.
out.
I didn't finish school, and anyone who's done TAFE has done more education than I have.
Yes. So I have a bachelor's degree. Just saying.
Ooh.
Oh,
crayon.
Matt can read at a 5th grade level. So I was at TAFE, which was across the train line before I made it to uni, right? And one of my lecturers, she's not a lecturer, one of my babysitters was like, she would send us to go get coffee. That's how I knew it was fucking primary school level. She would send us to go get her a coffee, and she'd have this was fucked. She had the money inside a reusable coffee cup, and it used to jiggle around. I'm like, I
she
hope
had to write a note so you could remember.
no,
what to get.
the coffee guy knew.
Oh, right.
Whatever. Anyway, I would go there and I'd get the coffee, I'd bring it back. And she's like, I drink one of these a day. I was like, oh, great. She's like, I used to drink 11.
11.
I was like, 11 coffees? She's like, yeah, I used to have a problem. Like, I was like, how did you feel? She's like, pretty shit, but like, I needed it. I was like, okay. I'm like, well, if one bit of, one shot of coffee is like 80 mg of caffeine.
Yeah.
And she's doing 11. That's 88. Like
There's your
88
11 times tables.
Yeah, I know,
back.
exactly. 88 plus a
880.
zero. 880. So almost like,
Almost a gram.
Also almost a gram, which is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Of
And I
caffeine.
was like, as long as I stay under that, I'm good.
Yeah.
She also looked very old. She's
Old.
probably only 40.
Yeah.
She had a tough life as a TAFE babysitter. Can't remember her name now. She was so smart though.
There's a pre-workout we've got downstairs that I accidentally double scooped once.
Is that my one?
I don't know.
What's it called?
I don't remember. It's down. It's got a picture on it.
Is
So.
the one with 500?
Yeah, it's got fucking skulls and shit on it. It's
Yeah,
like
that's my one.
Yeah, yeah. And Reese was like, this was back when we trained at. We had to go to Derrimut for some reason. Maybe we didn't have enough equipment here, so this was a while ago. And he's like, "Oh, that one's a 2-scoop serving." I'm like, "All right, sweet." Was not a 2-scoop serving.
Oh my god,
Dude, I was walking through space and time in that session. I had to sit down. I was just like looking at the roof, and he's like, "You gonna train?" I'm like, "No." I was like having heart palpitations, doing fucking chest flies, and I'm like, "I'm just gonna sit down."
There's some of those pros that do that to you.
I think that's excessive.
It is. You don't need it. No. It's not needed.
No.
There comes to the point where is this pre there to help you train, or do
Yeah.
you want to just go do drugs?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because it's not the way to do it. Like you can't focus on a session. There's a very fine line. If you cross it, you fuck it.
Yeah, I think this like obviously it was Jack 3D back in the day, but after they banned that, the next big one was Rich Piana's 5150.
Yeah,
That thing was nuts
I had that.
because that was banned here for a bit.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. And I found a place that sold it. And
Yeah.
I was like,
I had it as well. Is that the 500 mg?
I don't remember how much it was in
Yeah.
it. But it's him. It's a picture of him on the front, like looking all fucking crazy. Yeah, the 5% nutrition stuff. But that one was pretty nuts as well.
Yeah.
I remember taking that at the
R.I.P. the king.
Yeah, the ripe age of 18, I was taking that ready to fucking go. Doing my, I don't know what I was doing, shit back then.
It's so funny that context is everything, right? So these stimulants are very, very strong, especially if you're getting the back alley ones. They're very strong.
It's like the ones that, what do you mean back alley?
Oh, like the illegal ones that are banned in Australia.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Those stimulants are very strong, and people in the gym industry, like fitness, whatever, are like, "Yep, I'm going to train. I'm looking after myself. I'm fucking essentially taking ADHD medication, right?" But well, they'll be like, "Oh, I'll never go out. I'll never do drugs." I'm like, "You're literally doing them. Like you are. You're just doing them in a different context under the guise that it's healthy.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny that people don't treat these stimulants and stuff like what they are, and it's a drug.
There's a lot of that in the fitness industry of where just not treating stuff as serious as it needs to be treated.
Like I see coaches be like, "I'll never touch alcohol."
Yeah.
and then just absolutely annihilate DMHA.
Yeah.
Or DMA.
We know one.
We know one. We know two.
Wakes up in the morning and has his fucking oxy shred as his coffee.
Oh, it tastes yummy though. But
we love you, Reese.
We love you, Reese. Hope you are doing okay. Choosing your underwear at Johnny B.
But yeah, it's like very camp mentality. Like, I'm not going to touch alcohol, do this or that. And it's like the same when it comes to PEDs. People just fucking flog them as like the next big thing. Well, they are the big thing, but flog them.
They make you big.
Yeah, flog them in a sense of where like, fuck dosages. We're just going to take everything and ramp it to 11. And then people wonder why.
Why my dick don't work?
Yeah, why their fucking liver shuts down and all the fucking all the other deleterious side effects of steroids.
See the guys at the gym. Why are you slightly yellow? What's going on with that liver, my friend?
Yeah, it's not good. But it is what it is.
And it's. I just spat on the microphone cable.
Good.
Take that microphone cable.
Good.
That's all right. It's free. Next one will cost you.
What are we talking about? We're just fucking.
We're talking about compliance. Well, we started off talking about compliance, but let's brainstorm a YouTube headline for this one.
I don't know.
Why caffeine ruins your progress?
Yeah, that's pretty clickbait.
And just there's nothing about it. Gotcha, bitch. If you listen to why caffeine ruins progress,
you've been sucked in.
And then it's just me now.
Do a photo for the thumbnail. Yeah, cool. All right, that'll be the thumbnail photos.
I think this kind of conversation is important though, because if anyone's listening and they're like, "Oh, does caffeine ruin my ability to progress in the gym?" No, probably you just need to respect the fact that you're taking a drug. You're taking a drug, and if it inhibits your ability to perform in the gym, then it's probably inhibiting your gains.
Yeah, because I see people saying like, "Oh, I have a coffee pre-workout," but like. Yeah, that's fine. Like, that's not going to do anything for you in a negative sense. But, like, when we're talking, like, fucking 500 to, like, 600 milligrams of caffeine in a single scoop, like, you, like...
Insert the hard style playlist.
Not many people need that level of stimulant. And if you do, and that's, like, you can't... Anything less than that doesn't give you some kind of, like, buzz from the caffeine, then you have a fucking problem.
I think, you're very right. Eugene... detoxes off caffeine. Eugene Teo. And then like he even talks about having decaf. Decaf lights him up because decaf's got like 20 to 30.
Yeah, I suppose because if you're so sensitive to it, even something small like that, even like a Pepsi would probably do the same thing, right? In that sense.
Don't bring up the Pepsi Max.
I have Coke Zeros, but
do you?
Yeah, Brie loves Coke Zeros. And there'll be times where I agree with you in a sense of where it does have caffeine in it. I'll drink like 6 or 7 just because I like
make a can.
I'm playing fucking games and I'm just slamming them down.
Me with Hogwarts Legacy.
And just slamming Pepsis everywhere.
Sweaty.
Yeah, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I was just rehydrating."
I wanted to get it on my like setup at home. I've got a table like this.
Yeah.
On the left is a chest of drawers from IKEA. On the right, I wanted to get another stand, but be a mini fridge.
Bree's got one. Yeah.
Oh, what a sweaty.
She's got the Xbox one that's shaped like an Xbox.
Oh, no, I didn't want that. Yeah. I just wanted a fridge so I can just like load up Monsters, Pepsis. And I'm like, it's actually a bad idea.
It is a bad idea.
And then I'll just get a catheter put in. I'll never have to leave. You know that episode of Water Walk, the South Park, just the Cheeto dust on me?
Yeah. And
just like wiping Cheeto dust on my chest.
You've got your wow shit buckets.
Man! I gotta do shit.
Yeah, that's the. Have you not heard of shit buckets before?
No.
No, that's the way I joke that people who play for exorbitant hours a day just have a shit bucket. They just shit into a bucket.
Really?
Yeah.
Please don't tell me it's real.
Oh, it's probably real.
Oh fuck!
It's probably real. I've never shit in a bucket.
I aspire to be something in my life, and that's one of them.
Shit bucket.
Shit bucket. Wow. Shit bucket up.
Okay. Compliance. I think
it's a muscle. And you need
willpower's a muscle.
And willpower's a muscle, but compliance, part and parcel. The more you do it, the better at it you become. And having like grandiose plans, 16 weeks time, is not always the best thing. Some people it is. Some people it's a big enough thing that their wedding, they don't want to be fat for the wedding. I understand. Or I want to be jacked for a show. I get it. But you just need to get the little wins. And they really add up. Like
breaking down goals.
It's everything in life is just do the little shit. Do the little things consistently, 1%, 2%, 3%, it compounds.
Yeah.
So then you're making 10% leaves. Then you're just getting better. That's all you need to do. You don't need, it's not this massive like fucking juice cleanse, detox, dox me at the house. Yeah. It's just the little things that always hang around.
Yeah. Making small changes.
That was a song. Let out dang.
But it's like, I think, I keep saying I think. I know that breaking down goals into, like, let's say you want to lose 15 kilos, breaking that down into 3 lots of 5 is far more achievable than just trying to go from
and then breaking that
15.
down from 5
further.
to 1.
Yeah, just start with the first kilo.
Yeah.
And then the second kilo. And then all of a sudden, you're at 15 kilos.
And then 1 week, you might have a 2 kilo drop. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Uncommon, but...
It happens. But yeah, that's it for this week, I think. We're
But it was fun. I like shit talking.
We're gonna wrap it up here because Matt's got to go to jiu-jitsu and wrestle with some sweaty men.
I got to fold people like pajamas.
Yeah.
No, let's be real, I'm going to get folded like pajamas. Someone's trying to fold me and I haven't taken off my pajamas. Which button do I press?
We got to do the outro. If you guys took value from this episode,
That was really good.
if you guys don't know that meme, that's an inside joke, but it's a very good. It's a little blue guy that comes up and goes, "Oh." No, he's not going to be happy with this episode.
He's not going to listen to it.
No, he does. He listens to all of them.
Does he?
Yeah, he listens to all of them.
Oh, shit.
If you guys took value from this episode, feel free to, 1, share it. If you know someone that needs to get the fuck off caffeine or at least limit their intake, go tell them, share this episode with them, and 2 men can be like, stop drinking the caffeine because you're going to die.
What?
And
If you found value in this episode, wow.
yeah, well, you're a superhuman. You've clearly got like, or maybe we just gifted.
Like,
Yeah.
share,
Rate 5 stars.
rate 5 stars,
subscribe.
subscribe.
We're trying to get to 5K this year on the
We're trying
Limestone
to get,
channel.
where are we at this week?
2, 3?
What were we last week?
Like 250 or something.
Progressive.
So yeah, we're
getting
getting up there.
overload.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting there.
Creeping up.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.